You know what? You're a joke. No wonder the Avengers didn't take you, or the X-Men. They'll take anyone. I mean, you are a ridiculous, immature, half-wit moron.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Hollywood's favorite frenemies. For years, they've entertained fans with their playful rivalry, throwing jabs at each other online, pulling off elaborate pranks, and even teaming up in movies. From Deadpool jokes to Wolverine cameos, their chemistry is undeniable. But here's the thing. What if this isn't just fun and games? What if Hugh Jackman just slipped up and revealed something about Ryan Reynolds that completely flips the script? Because if you dig a little deeper, it starts looking less like a friendly feud and more like a carefully crafted distraction. And trust me, once you see the full picture, you'll realize Blake Lively isn't even the biggest concern in this story.
It's been a long time since we saw you squeeze that perfect torso into spandex.
Oh, for God's sake.
How was it for you?
Sure where we were going.
Alison, I wear tights too in the movie. I'm just
Do
telling
you? Anyway, Hugh, tell me.
This is the first time I've worn that suit.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest, it's the going to the bathroom bit.
You know, when you get to be a certain age, it is. I mean, it's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because you're in there, and like 5 minutes later, you've achieved like found it. I'm in. Yelling.
Wow. Took you that long to find it. Wow.
Whoa.
For years, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have played up their so-called feud for laughs. They've made entire marketing campaigns out of their rivalry, from fake insult videos to trolling each other on social media. Fans love it because it feels genuine. Two A-list actors who actually enjoy messing with each other. But recently, something has changed. Their usual lighthearted back and forth has started to feel off. Some moments that once seemed like harmless jokes now carry an edge that fans can't ignore. So the big question is, was this feud always just an act, or has Hugh Jackman actually had enough of Ryan Reynolds? It all started with some eyebrow-raising comments Hugh made about Ryan's behavior on set. At first, people brushed it off as just another round of friendly roasting. Hugh has joked before about how working with Ryan is exhausting and how Ryan never stops talking. It seemed like more of the same, but this time the tone was different. In a recent interview, Hugh casually dropped a remark about how Ryan isn't as easy to work with as people think. He laughed while saying it, but if you really pay attention, there's an underlying tension, almost like he was holding back from saying something more. Fans started digging, and that's when things got interesting. Because once you go beyond Hugh's comments, a pattern starts to emerge. One that doesn't make Ryan look so great. Hollywood loves Ryan Reynolds. He's the guy who can charm anyone, crack the perfect joke in every interview, and turn even the most ridiculous projects into box office gold. But here's the thing. What if that's all just PR? For years, insiders have whispered that Ryan isn't quite as easygoing as he seems. Some people who've worked with him have hinted that behind the sarcastic humor, he's actually a perfectionist, maybe even a control freak. And this isn't just random gossip. Even Blake Lively, his own wife, has dropped hints about his need for control. In one interview, Blake joked about how Ryan micromanages everything, from their home life to his movie projects. It was meant to be funny, but looking back, it feels like one of those jokes that isn't really a joke. She even mentioned that Ryan takes over things to the point where she sometimes has to remind him to step back. And then there are the past co-stars. While most actors have nothing but nice things to say about Ryan publicly, some have quietly suggested he can be difficult behind the scenes. Nothing big, just small comments about how he likes things his way, how he can be overly involved in decisions, and how he sometimes pushes too hard to get what he wants. But Hugh Jackman, he might be the first one to actually call Ryan out in a way people can't ignore. See, Ryan's entire brand is built on his sharp, sarcastic humor. The Deadpool persona isn't just a character, it's how he presents himself in real life. But Hugh's latest remarks suggest that maybe Ryan hides behind that humor to avoid accountability. Maybe those jokes. And if Hugh, someone who's worked with Ryan for years, is finally slipping up and letting his real thoughts out, then we might need to start looking at Ryan Reynolds in a whole new light.
Hi, Ryan.
No, that's you.
I'm not Ryan, but I know Ryan. Do you want me to give him a message?
Yeah, she wanted to invite him on a date, but she went to the wrong guy.
Oh, that's all right.
Hi, Ryan. Can I take you on a date to the nursing home?
I would love that. Are you kidding me? I'm single. Let's mingle. Oh wait, no.
Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have always played up their feud as a fun gag for fans, but in a recent interview, Hugh said something that made people question whether the tension was more than just an act. When asked about working with Ryan again in Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh hesitated before saying, let's just say he's got his way of doing things. He tried to brush it off with a laugh, but fans immediately picked up on the fact that he seemed careful with his words, like he didn't want to say too much. And that's when people started digging. An old X-Men crew member soon came forward, hinting that Ryan's behavior on set wasn't always as lighthearted as people assumed. According to this insider, Ryan was obsessed with making sure Deadpool and Wolverine was his movie, not just another Hugh Jackman-led X-Men film. Some sources claim that Ryan was so focused on outshining Hugh that he micromanaged every part of the production. Others suggest that his competitiveness sometimes turned into actual hostility on set. Hugh, being the professional he is, never made a big deal about it publicly, but behind the scenes, there may have been some real frustration building up. And it doesn't stop there. Several insiders claim that Ryan pushed for multiple rewrites to make sure Deadpool had the best moments, while Hugh was expected to just go along with it. Some crew members even hinted that Hugh may have started feeling like a supporting actor in his own return as Wolverine. Now, here's the kicker. When these claims started surfacing, neither Ryan nor Hugh addressed them directly, but if you pay attention to their body language in recent interviews, the tension is hard to ignore. Hugh is still playing nice, but there's a shift in their dynamic. So was their friendly rivalry just a PR stunt to hide something deeper? Was Hugh actually growing tired of Ryan's ego, but didn't want to ruin their brand? And if this was all just fun and games, why does it suddenly feel like Hugh is holding something back?
Are there any things you're not good at? Because when we had Cillian Murphy in the show, you know, what an amazing actor. Terrible at DIY.
I'll tell you what I'm not good at.
Oh, yeah?
Parenting. See, I'll throw down. Yeah. Terrible. Seriously. But somehow have 4 children. You know, so like, I don't know.
You had them test.
I don't know what's going on. No idea, but they speak with a very, very intense Danish accent, and I don't know where that comes from. But wow, yeah. So you just tell your little Academy Award-winning and BAFTA-loving Cillian Murphy next time. Give us something hard.
For years, Ryan and Blake Lively have been the golden couple of Hollywood. They constantly joke about each other online, they show up looking flawless at events, and they seem to have the perfect balance of humor and romance. But recently, the cracks are starting to show. Multiple sources have claimed that Blake has had to keep Ryan in check more times than people realize. And no, this isn't just about their marriage. This reportedly extends to his professional life too. Some insiders suggest that Blake has been the one making sure Ryan doesn't completely burn bridges in Hollywood. Apparently, there have been times when his sarcasm or controlling nature has rubbed people the wrong way, and Blake has had to step in to smooth things over. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some reports claim that Blake isn't just dealing with Ryan's behavior, she might actually be part of the problem. According to certain sources, Blake has strong opinions about Ryan's career and isn't afraid to voice them. Some even say she's influenced the way he handles industry relationships, including his dynamic with Hugh. It's no secret that Blake has been deeply involved in Ryan's business ventures. She's not just a supportive wife, she's actively involved in his branding, production decisions, and even the way he presents himself publicly. Could it be that she's also played a role in the growing tension between Ryan and Hugh? Because let's be real, if there really is a hidden feud, Blake definitely knows about it.
I have a question.
Oh, hey, Ryan Reynolds. Hey. Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
The more people start paying attention, the more the narrative around Ryan Reynolds begins to shift. For years, he's been Hollywood's golden boy. Quick-witted, charming, and seemingly loved by everyone. But if even Hugh Jackman, one of the most easygoing actors in the industry, is hinting at something deeper, then maybe it's time to take a closer look. Hugh's comments might have been subtle, but they've opened the floodgates, and now people are starting to dig into Ryan's history with other co-stars. Could Hugh be the first of many to finally call him out? Here's where things could get tricky for Ryan. Hollywood is all about reputation, and Ryan has spent years carefully crafting his. If too many people start speaking up about his alleged controlling nature, it could be a problem, even for someone as well-loved as him. Some insiders suggest that Hugh's comments were just the beginning and that others in the industry may feel emboldened to share their own experiences. And let's not forget, Hollywood is no stranger to public reckonings. It only takes one moment, one viral clip, or one damning interview for the tide to turn. So what happens next? Ryan has two options. He could address the growing rumors head-on, something he's never really had to do before, or he could stick to what he does best, deflect with humor, and hope the headlines fade away. And let's be honest, Ryan's ability to joke his way out of situations is part of why he's stayed so beloved. But will it work this time? If more insiders come forward, if past co-stars start backing up these claims, and if fans begin to see him in a different light, Ryan might find himself facing something he's never dealt with before, a real PR disaster. And if the rumors about tension with Blake Lively are true, this could affect not just his career, but his personal life too. At this point, it's not just about Hugh Jackman anymore. This could be the start of something much bigger. So now, the real question, what's the truth here? Is Ryan Reynolds really hiding a dark side, or is this just another case of Hollywood gossip spinning out of control? Did Hugh Jackman accidentally expose something, or was this his way of sending a message without outright saying it? Maybe this is nothing. Maybe it's just another round of internet speculation, or maybe, just maybe, Ryan Reynolds isn't quite the guy we all thought he was. What do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tea.